Hello everybody, welcome to part 63 of Let's Play Pokemon White. So, just a few minutes ago I was putting together a team that I would use to go onto Victory Road with, but then I got interrupted by this lady at the entrance to Route 10, who was telling me about this big storm on Route 7, so let's see what that's all about. And the storm seems to be different from a natural phenomenon. So strange! Well, can we actually go past Route 10? Okay, I guess that storm was just some weird gossip or whatever, and I actually think that storm will become important. I think it's associated with this Pokemon that I can catch, but to be honest, it's something that's associated with this legendary Pokemon that I don't like that much. I might actually try to catch it just to show it off, about the same time that I catch Terrakion, but I don't think I'll worry about it until I battle Terrakion, and here comes Charon. What do you want, Charon? Do you want a battle or something? How about you're willing to bet that Charon's gonna challenge me to a battle right now? Drayden and Professor Juniper told me. You're heading for the Pokemon League, right? Yeah. Since it's Alder, since it's the champion, I think it'll be alright. Worst case scenario, you'll be battling Team Plasma's boss, N. I need to know if you can handle it. Of course I can. Oh, and he's gonna battle me, of course. I totally expected to battle with Charon. I guess Charon just wanted to wait until after I got all 8 badges, and then he wanted to challenge me to this grand battle, and he has only 4 Pokemon. I don't think he's gonna stand a chance, right? Especially since I'm sending out a legendary Pokemon first. And I know Scimitar is part fighting type, but he's also part steel type, so all of Unfezant's flying attacks will just be neutral. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm just gonna keep spamming Secret Sword, I guess. I figured I'd give Scimitar another chance to battle. I figured I'd put him in my party just because he didn't participate at all in the battle against Iris. But here's a Scimitar. I'm gonna switch Pokemon, and I don't think I have anybody who's strong against water Pokemon. Oh, yes I do. I have TouchMeNot. Never mind. I'm gonna send out TouchMeNot. Especially since she hasn't battled ever since she evolved to Ferrothorn. Or at least you haven't seen her battle ever since she battled to Ferrothorn, so this is good. In fact, let's demonstrate her newly learned Power Whip. After that Scimitar uses Scald, which hopefully will not burn TouchMeNot. Whoa! That is a really powerful looking whip! And will it one-hit KO the Scimitar? Yes it will! Because Power Whip is a really strong grass attack. Now here's Superior. I could just stick with TouchMeNot, but I'm gonna switch to Fiendfyre, actually, because I have Fiendfyre in my party, and we haven't seen him battle since he evolved to Chandelure, so this should be exciting. Let's have Fiendfyre take on Charon's strongest Pokemon, which is a level 45 Superior that I think Fiendfyre can handle. Let's have you use Confuse Ray first. Oh gosh, I just love Minimize. It lowers the chances of any foe's attacks hitting Fiendfyre, so I'm really glad I kept Minimize on him. But here's a Lightbird, so I'm gonna have to switch because Fiendfyre is really not the best Pokemon to be battling a Lightbird with. In fact, I will switch back to Scimitar because Scimitar is fighting type, and therefore will be good at dealing with Lightbirds. In fact, I bet he can probably one-hit KO that Lightbird with one swing of his Sacred Sword. And why am I calling Scimitar a he again? Scimitar could very well be a she, because Scimitar is genderless, so why am I even calling Scimitar a he? I probably should feel justified calling Scimitar an it, just because Scimitar is named after a sword, and the swords are its. Well, unless a sword is really special to somebody, in which case it might have a special name or something, but who cares? We defeated Charon, using mostly Scimitar. Well, gee, Scimitar didn't participate at all in the battle against Iris, so it's a good thing it participated in the battle with Charon. Yep, you were something else, and I mean that sincerely. Right, now I have to make your Pokemon healthy. Thank you, Charon! You get to heal my Pokemon. Thank you. Otherwise I would have had to go all the way back to a Pokemon Center to heal. Right now, there's no way I can compete with you, Minerva. If there was anything I could do to help you in the battle with N, just say so. Yeah, you could battle right alongside me. Minerva! There's not much I can do to help you, but I want you to have these. Ooh, what are they? Max Revives! Alright, I could use some of those. Because the battles that we're gonna get to once we're in the Pokemon League are gonna be pretty tough, so we will probably need those Max Revives. Still, it's kind of funny. Everyone's so different. Funny? At a time like this? Come on, Sharon, could you smile just for once? You can't be all hot-headed all the time. Taking everything so seriously all the time isn't gonna change anything. You know, since we've met our Pokemon and walked the same roads together, a lot has happened. We've all changed a lot. We found out that the things we want to do and the things we can do are different for each of us, right? That's what's made our journey so worth it. Somehow all just makes me happy. So that's what you mean. You're right, but we're all different, and we should do the things that we can do. And I totally pressed the wrong button rather than what I assigned to A. There are as many truths and ideals as there are people in Pokemon. The most important thing is that we help one another out. That's why people in Pokemon are always by each other's side. That's what I've come to think lately. Minerva, if anything happens to you or Alder, I will do everything I can to help you. Thank you, Charon. That's why I have to keep training and getting stronger. Just don't be reckless, okay? Well, totally, because you used to be reckless. He's gone. Minerva, me too. I'll do my best to help if I can. So, I wish I could say something like, totally inspiring, you know, but, best foot forward. Hey, listen! I figured I'd say that one last time, you know, just because I'm associated with Navi and all. But anyway, there are a couple of Pokemon that I still have to fight out here on Route 10, and did we fight these trainers yet? I don't know if we did, but I'm gonna switch to somebody other than Scimitar just to give a break. I'm gonna switch to Ultros for lack of anything better to do. And I'm putting Ultros in my party because, okay, I guess we didn't battle this trainer, but I do want Ultros to be in my final team. I have like 2 possible teams that I'm going to use in the battles against the Elite Four, and I guess Ultros was not the best Pokemon to use because here's a Sawsbuck. No matter, I can always switch to Fiendfyre. In fact, I will do that. I'll switch to Fiendfyre. Alright, false alarm, let's use Fiendfyre. Yeah, that's gonna be a Horn Leech, which of course will not be very effective against Fiendfyre. But anyway, there are 2 possible teams that I can use against the Elite Four, and one of them, and they're basically based around one of the 3 Musketeers. So one team evolves around having Virizion in the party, and the other revolves around having Terrakion in the party. And I'll probably base my choice based on what kind of nature Terrakion ends up having when I catch it. But here's a Jellicent. Okay, I'm going to switch to TouchMeNot. So I have 2 possible teams that I can use, but I know that Ultros is going to be on the team no matter what, and TouchMeNot is also going to be on the team no matter what. Same thing with Chopper, and here's a female Jellicent. My Jellicent is male, but this is what a female Jellicent looks like. It's all pink and has a heart on its nose, or at least that's I think its nose. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But I'm going to use Power Whip. Which was a one-hit KO to Jellicent. Because Jellicent I know has much higher special defense than the defense, so I guess a physical attack just does more damage to a Jellicent. And I guess this is another trainer, but I want to see what this item is first, and it's a full restore! Hooray! And actually, if we walk through this grass a little, we might encounter one of the new Pokemon that are going to be on Route 10. Actually, there are a couple of Pokemon that can appear on Route 10, and maybe I'll show them in the same episode that I catch Terrakion and this other Pokemon that's in the storm on Route 7 or something. But I'm going to give Ultros a little break, and I'll switch to Iago for now. Just in case we have to battle that trainer. Yeah, we do have to battle the trainer. Of course, we always have to battle a trainer that's in our way. So many trainers to battle, so many trainers to battle, so many friggin' trainers to battle. And this is a Bay Arctic. Well, I guess it's a good thing I used Iago, because Iago could totally use Rock Slide to take care of this Bay Arctic, provided that Bay Arctic doesn't retaliate back with an ice attack. Well, Iago was able to KO the Bay Arctic, but unfortunately now his HP's in the red zone, so I'm gonna have to heal him later. And here's a Scimitar, and I did not bring along any— oh wait, I have TouchMeNot! I keep thinking I didn't bring along any Grass-type Pokemon, but then I forget I have TouchMeNot in the party. Why do I keep doing that? I honestly don't know why. So Scimitar, I don't think we even saw a Scimitar before. Scimitar is basically the evolved form of Palpitoad. And it knows Brick Break, which is super effective against TouchMeNot, but that'll still activate her Iron Barb's ability. And that Power Whip missed. That's just great. Well, thank you, TouchMeNot, for finally hitting. Yay, TouchMeNot got to level 43, but that was 2 of my Pokemon whose HP got into the red zone so far. So here's a Scavalier. This is the Pokemon I told you about that Carablast evolves into when traded with Shelmet. So this Pokemon is Bug-type, which means I'm going to use Fiendfyre, I guess. I could use Iago, but Iago's HP is low, and that means his Defeatist ability will activate. So I pretty much have to use Fiendfyre. I have no choice. So there's a Scavalier, and a Scavalier I think has high defense, but I think it has low special defense, so I think I should be fine here by just using Flame Burst. Will this be a one-hit KO? Yeah, it is a one-hit KO. I guess the Scavalier has low special defense or something. That or Fiendfyre just has insanely high special attack, and Fiendfyre in fact does have insanely high special attack. It has a special attack of 145 right now. And it has like one of the highest base special attack of any Pokemon in existence. Even higher than Alakazam, I believe. But here's the Pokemon League! And we have wind blowing. Oh my gosh, dramatic wind blowing. This could all be good. But actually, I think before I head back to the Pokemon League, I want to go back to a Pokemon Center real quick. So maybe I'll just see you back at the Pokemon Center or something after I heal my Pokemon. Okay, I am back and we are ready to explore Victory Road. Let's do this. Halt! Unqualified one shall not pass! You shall not pass! You sound like Gandalf when you say that. The key to open this closed gate is the trio badge. You mean the first badge that we got? Yeah, its symbol is pictured on that door. Those symbols on that door look like the trio badge. That makes sense. Oh, holder of the trio badge, challenge all that you face. Oh, so this reminds me of the original Red and Blue, where we keep having these checkpoints that we have to have the consecutive badges to pass. So I guess we could have gone here before getting all 8 badges. I mean, in some games they check all your badges at once, and in some games, like the original Red and Blue, they actually check the badges in order that you got them. Like this one, we'll check for the basic badge, which is the badge that we got from Lenora. Interestingly enough, I learned that this basic badge also appears in Black 2 and White 2 as well. I was playing that game just recently, and I just walked into a patch of grass. I don't want to encounter any Pokemon in the wild grass. Yeah, so we could have totally walked into this grass earlier and encountered some of the Pokemon here, but there aren't really any interesting Pokemon here. I mean, there are Herdiers and a few other Pokemon here, so here's the insect badge that we got from Berg. Oh my gosh, I miss Berg. I could have totally gotten back to Berg whenever we got to Castelia City, and look, there's a bug that we're walking on top of. Ha, interesting. Nowadays, whenever I see a bug, I think of Berg, and here's the Bolt badge that we got from Melissa. That guy is checking. Unfurl a shocking battle. But that's the other cool thing about this part is that the rooms that we go into after getting the badges checked actually represents the type of Pokemon that we battled in order to get the badges. Like here we have all these jars of electric sparks or something. That's what it looks like. What does this guy have to say? Gates are placed at the border of one space and another space. In other words, the gates mean that the world beyond here is a different world. It does feel like every time you pass through a gate, you're going to a different world. And you remember the gym leader who gave you the badge at the same time, but without the Quake badge, you cannot proceed. The Quake badge being, of course, the badge that I got from Clay. Ah, yes, I remember the battle with Clay. I remember how Clay's Excadrill was totally screwed over by Marik's Will-O-Wisp. I guess I might as well recall each of my gym battles in the past. Like in the trio badge, I keep remembering, I know that was a long time ago, but I still faithfully remember how Salsa, my Panseer, was able to KO Silence Pansage. And then the basic badge, I basically gathered together a lot of fighting Pokemon, like Bert and Ernie and Flint, and defeated Lenora's Pokemon that way. And for Berg, I remember clearly how Electra took on Berg's Leavanny and won, barely surviving with 1 HP left. And then for Elisa, how I used Pokemon like Electra and K. Rool to avoid her doing that whole switcheroo thing with Volt Switch, and then I just explained Clay. So here we have some uninteresting terrain with green dots in it, and here we have the Jet Badge. which represents the battle with Skyla. Now, the room up ahead is a very cool one. But first, let me explain the battle with Skyla. So, what do I remember the battle with Skyla? Not much. That was a pretty easy battle, but here we're walking on air! Oh my gosh, I'm walking on air! I am literally walking on air! This is so cool! Oh my gosh! Okay, fun's over. So now we have the freeze badge that represents the battle with Bryson, and I remember I remember that being an easy battle too, but I also remember Bryson's Bayartic nearly screwing me over with swagger and all, and now we have this ice puzzle that we get to, but it's not that hard to get to. And we have the legend badge that we got from Iris. And I remember getting that badge clearly. I remember how Monty nearly swept Iris's entire team until being screwed over by a dragon tail, which caused me to switch to Carvel, and which took out her Haxorus with one ice beam. But here is Victory Road, right here. Let's go into Victory Road, because that's where I said it was going to go in this episode, right? Now, there are a bunch of new Pokemon that can be caught here at Victory Road, and we might need Surf to get past some parts of Victory Road I didn't realize. But the Pokemon that appear in this music for some reason have the rare Pokemon battle music playing when they're encountered for some reason, and there's a phone ringing in the background, but I'm not too worried about them. But the Pokemon that we encounter now is nothing special, it's just a Dumbledore, so I'm just gonna run away. Yeah. So apparently we need Surf to get through some areas of this Victory Road. And I don't really feel like going back to get a Pokemon with Surf because I don't feel like going back to get Kikucho or Cygnus. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach Surf to Ultros. I know Ultros already has Water Pulse, but Surf I think will do more damage. And I think Ultros really needs the damage boost, since Ultros doesn't really have the highest special attack in the world. I know him having a rash nature sort of helps, but still, I still think Surf will just ultimately be more useful than Water Pulse, even though Water Pulse does have a chance of confusing the foe. But Ultros already has Will-O-Wisp, I just taught that to him a few minutes ago. Okay, so here is a Dino. Remember how I was telling you earlier how Dino can be found in Victory Road? This is what I mean, here's a Dino right here. But like I said, Dino is not going to reach its final form until like level 64, so I'm not even going to bother catching one. It's just not worth it right now. And Dino and its evolved forms suck. So it's definitely not worth it to catch Dino unless you really have a lot of time on your hands and want to train it all the way until level 64, and that's probably a red stripe Basculin or something, so I'm not going to get that. And here's another Max Revive. Well, Bianca just gave me a whole bunch of Max Revive, so that's nice. Yeah, I guess I taught Ultros Surf just to get that stupid Max Revive that was on the other side of that one there. But again, as I did in Mistralton Cave, I'm not going to use any repels just yet because I want to show you the new Pokemon that can be caught here. So there's a Strength Boulder up there, and I did bring Lassie along because I figured we would need to use Strength at some point. But so far, all we have is a trainer. So what Pokemon am I going to put first in the party? I guess I'll put Scimitar first in the party. I know he's already at level 43, but it's the one with the Amulet coin. I always called Scimitar a he again. So it's the best Pokemon to use in battles because we get more money from it, even though Scimitar might be weak against the first Pokemon that Shanta's going to use, and it's a Whimsicott. Okay, I guess Scimitar can handle a Whimsicott. Whimsicott's grass attacks are going to be not very effective against Scimitar anyway, so I'm not too worried. Gosh, that battle was kind of frustrating, but well, not too frustrating. I mean, that Whimsicott just kept using Gust, and I'm just keeping on using Sacred Sword and all, but here's a Zebstrika, and I don't have Monty in the party. That is not good. Who am I going to send out then? Well, gee, I don't really know. I guess I'm going to stick with Scimitar for now. Yeah, I kind of expected Scimitar to faint. I did not expect that to last. Let's see, who could I use instead now? TouchMeNot, I guess. now paralyzed. Now, I could just use the Paralyze heal on her, but I think I'm actually going to keep the Paralysis on her because that'll lower her speed, so if she needs to use Gyro Ball, then that'll actually be to her advantage. And it's kind of too bad that Scimitar faded, but I'm not too worried about it, and actually, I should be stopping the video right now because we're at 22 minutes. So I'm probably going to go back, and this will probably be a good opportunity to go back to the Pokemon Center as well. And I have Lassie in my party, what am I talking about? I could just dig out of here, can't I? And then I could totally use Iago to fly somewhere else. So I don't know, maybe in this last part I can actually show you the storm that's on Route 7. I don't know what I'll do, but I'm gonna fly back to Opelousas City right now, and I can do that with Iago because I have Iago in the party and he knows fly, hooray! But I'm just gonna fly back to Opelousas City for now. So I guess in the next part of Let's Play Pokemon White, and this is the last part I want to record in a while, then we will see what other Pokemon can be found on Victory Road, because so far all we encountered so far are a Dino. But stay tuned for part 64 of Let's Play Pokemon White, in which we will explore more of Victory Road and or explore Route 7 and investigate that storm that's going on. So stay tuned for that.